today we are going to study a new chapter, that is Let's March. This chapter is a beautiful chapter written by Kailash Satyarthi. Was born in 1954. He is a children's activist who fight for children's rights and education. Okay, you all know in our country, not only in our country, all over the world there is child labor. Okay, and because of child labor you can see so many children are stuck in child labor, like children who have to study. You all know there is a age, like till the age of 14 the children have to study in the school. 14-15, that is the proper age of education, and if anybody is employing them for work in this age period, then it is a crime. That is the age to go to school, not to work. So if you make that child to work, that is called as child labor. So in our country and many other parts of the country, you can still see the child labor is going on. It can be due to many reasons, due to poverty, or the child doesn't want to study, because of that the child may be going. Sometimes the parents may be forcing. There can be different reasons. Okay, so Kailash Satyarthi is one such person who's a social, you can say like a social worker, and he is working for the children who stuck in such kind of situations. He has founded Bachpan Bachao Andolan in 1980, and then he has rescued more than 83,000 children from 144 countries. That means he has saved, rescued means he has saved 83,000 children from 144 countries. Okay, so you can see such a good thing he is doing, saving the children from such kind of situations. And then you can see now in the year 2014 he was given the Nobel Peace Prize Award, Nobel Peace Prize Award. And during that ceremony, when he was called in Norway, there is a place called Norway, there he was called to give this Nobel Peace Prize. And during that time he gave this speech. The lesson which you can see in your textbook is a speech given by Kailash Satyarthi on the evening when he got the award. Okay, so let's see students. Here first you can see in the beginning of the chapter only, you can see his addressing. Students, you all know we have done speech writing. So in the beginning, how you start the speech? By addressing the audience, respected sir, madam, or whoever is present. So here you can see he's starting like my majesty, royal highnesses, and all the distinguished people, and my dear daughter Malala. Now Malala was a girl who fought for the children. I'll tell you that story. I'll send you another video related to Malala's story. Okay, so even she was a girl who was not allowed to go to studies to school, and how she fought and she went about that. So that girl's name also he is taking. Okay, so and he is telling like now he's addressing everyone, whoever is present in the hall room. Okay, and all the people who are sitting on the stage. And you can see here he's telling let's march. You can see the lesson's name, let's march. Let's march means come on, let's move, or let's go together. So here you can see he's telling we have to start moving from east to west, from north to south. We have to start moving. Okay, and then you can see he's telling we have to learn from our ancestors. He's telling every time whenever I rescue a child, whenever I save a child, I see a happiness on their face. The smile that I see, the first smile that they give me, that is like he's telling it is so beautiful. You cannot compare that to anything in the world. It is so beautiful. Then you can see he's talking about some people. He's talking about some people here like Kalu Kumar, Dhoom Das, Adarsh Kishore. Then he's telling that they are from India, and there is one more person, Iqbal Masih, who's from Pakistan. These are his helpers who help him in rescuing the children, and he's telling these people help him to rescue the children. Okay, and he is telling he's also remembering the martyrs. Now who are martyrs? Martyrs means in Hindi we will call as Shaheed. means the people who have died doing good act or doing some bravery act, they are called as martyrs. So there are many people who are working along with him and they have died also. Now children, just remember, this is not a easy task. Saving the children from bonded labor, they have to go in such kind of situations, they have to go in such kind of places where the situations are very worst. Sometimes they have to go in places where the terrorists are there, the children are kept there like as kidnapped, and all the children are kept there like hostages. They have to go in such kind of, so it is very very risky thing. So they are risking their life and they are saving the children. So here you can see so many people in this task. He has lost also so many of his friends, so he is remembering them also. Then he is telling, I am coming from a land which belongs to Lord Buddha, Guru Nanak, Mahatma Gandhi, and today I am standing here in Norway. So this is the brotherhood, you can say, like we are all like doing the same thing. Like he's telling, we are trying to save the children, and he's telling he can hear the sounds of the children, he can see the faces, the innocent faces of the children, and he's even telling ki, I am keeping one chair empty for those people who have left me, the friends who have left me, I am keeping one chair empty for them. He's telling, whenever I remove a child from such kind of situation, I can see their eyes, the eyes are so exhausted and their bodies are injured. Some, you all know, some children are kept in kidnapped and all, they are beaten up, they are tortured, they are told to beg on the streets, or they are told to do the works which they are not ready or not willing to do. So you can see such kind of children, the children are surviving. So when they rescue the children, he has seen the pain in the eyes of the children, the injured bodies of the children, and he feel very bad for them. Again he is telling, not any religion is not allowing the children to do this kind of bonded labors. He is telling, even Jesus Christ said, okay, Jesus Christ said, let the children come to me, do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to them. Let the children come to me, because the kingdom of heaven belongs to them. So even Jesus Christ said that way. Then he is telling, even Quran is telling, kill not your children because of poverty. Because of poverty, or because of if you are not having starvation, you are not having food and all, don't kill your children. So these are the things the religions are teaching us. None of the religion is telling to keep the children in bonded labor or treat them badly or do not give them education. So all religion is against this. So he is telling, there are different churches, mosques and different places where you can see none of the religious place will agree to crush the dreams of the children. So you can see here how beautifully the person is explaining the bonded labor which is still prevalent in India.